This is W2FJH. We'll be starting the STNY digital voice net here in just about 5 minutes. We do have NetLogger up and running. For those folks who wish to check in early through NetLogger, you can find NetLogger at netlogger.org. We also do have Google Meet up and running. So if you wish to join us on Google Meet, you can find the link at STNYDMR.net. So we'll see you folks in just about 5 minutes here. This is W2FGH. This is W2FJH, bringing up the STNY Digital Voice Net on Brandmeister Talk Group 31367, Wires X Room 83721, and live stream to Google Meet and YouTube. The primary purpose of the STNY Digital Voice Net is to help foster an active digital voice community in the southern tier of New York and to provide a forum for those that are interested or have questions regarding various digital voice topics. While this net is primarily for the southern tier, all stations are more than welcome to check in. This net meets weekly on Sundays at 7 p.m. For more information about this net, please visit stnydmr.net. This net will prioritize short-time, mobile, in-and-out, or merged power stations. We currently do have 5 other stations checked in through NetLogger, so the net will recognize K3BYC Carlton, W2DC Dennis, N3OJP Mick, N2NCB Paul, and N2NRA Cliff. All right, when checking in, please give your call sign, your name, and your location. So first, let's take a standby for any stations that are short time, mobile, in and out, or emergency power. Please call now.
KD3 AJN, Anna, Beaver County, Pennsylvania, in and out.
All right, and we have KD3AJN Anna. Thanks for stopping by there, Anna. All right. Let's open it up for any and all stations who'd like to check into the STNY Digital Voice this evening. Please call now. This is Kilo Charlie 3, Whiskey Victor X-Ray, Scott from Sayre. All right, and we have KC3, Whiskey Victor X-Ray, Scott. All right, were there any other stations that joined this evening? Please call now.
This is November Echo 2 Whiskey, 32WN. I'm driving on the highway, so I'll be in and out.
All right, and then I'd like to also recognize NE2W Ed. I will have you checked in out here in just 1 second. We also do have John in Google Meet, and I'm sorry, John, I didn't have my volume turned up for Google Meet, and I'll have to get your call sign here in just a second. I don't remember off the top of my head. So, all right, we'll kick things off though. If there's any announcements for the net this evening, please call now.
This is NE2W with an announcement.
Yeah, Ed, fire away with your announcement there. And just FYI, I know you're traveling. That might be the reason, but your audio is pretty scratchy, or at least on my end. I can't really think about how to describe it any better, but it's kind of low and it sounds like muffled almost. But fire away with your announcement.
Hey, Frank, just a quick one. This Wednesday at Copernic, 7 o'clock is our Vera monthly meeting. Everybody's welcome. The exams start at 6 if you want to get your license or upgrade. And then on Thursday, we're having our Doug's Fish Fry fundraiser at Tractor Supply in Vestal. There are 4 corners from 11 to 6. Back to you, the city, to the
Hey, very good there, Ed, and thanks. Yeah, just in case anybody else didn't catch, I did catch what Ed was saying there. Wednesday, 7 o'clock, there's the Copernic monthly meeting. Exams are at 6 o'clock, and Thursday is the Doug's Fish Fry. I'm sure if you need any more details on that, you should have the Verifax email, and if get a hold of me if if you need any more details. You didn't catch what Ed was saying there. So, all right, very good there. Any other announcements for the net this evening? Please call now. All right, nothing heard, and just to make it official there, the net would also like to recognize KE2FFE John, who was joining us through Google Meet this evening. All right, moving on for questions. If there's any questions for the net this evening, please call now. All right, no questions. We will move in for comments. The net topic this evening it is a little bit lengthy there. So, any ideas for underutilized local repeaters? I know we have plenty of analog repeaters in our area, and just any thoughts about what we should do with them. Just a thought for me. I would say, hey, let's make a repeater month. Say February. February is in winter. It's a short month. Not much usually going on. It's after Winter Field Day. And during that month, we'd have a goal to basically put your call sign out on at least 2 repeaters a day and listen for up to 15 minutes. Local clubs could record and award points for making the goal. This would obviously be kind of on the honor system. And maybe award extra points for the non-popular analog repeaters there. So, top of my list is K3BYC. Carlton, how was your week?
This is K3BYC, Carlton in Darlington, Maryland. Good evening, Frank. Thanks for taking the net. And good evening to everyone who checked in. Good turnout here so far. Well, like everyone else, enjoying the weather. It warmed up the past couple of days. Here we're back up in the 80s. It's been nice. Not enough rain. I'm down to mowing about every 2 weeks, and they probably didn't even need it then. It's just basically just chopping up a few leaves. As far as the net topic, I think that's an ongoing question that I hear. I know some repeater owners or clubs have, as I mentioned probably last week, one of the local analogs. They decided to add a couple other modes to it, so they try to spice things up and get people interested in the new modes. I know I deal with that Harford County race season. We actually linked 2 of our analog repeaters together, and uh, we've got we've put our apparently I cut out. I'm sorry. I don't know where I lost it there. I'll reiterate some of what I said. Just maybe adding other modes or rooms or links might spice up a particular repeater there. So I see I cut out after 70 seconds there, so I don't know what was missed. But that's basically the gist of it. Sorry about that. It's K3BYC, back to net control.
Hey, thanks, Sir Carlton. And I was going to mention, yeah, you cut out on 3104, but I quickly looked at my phone. I saw you were still talking on 3103. So yeah, as Carlton mentioned, he was talking about some activity. Ongoing question didn't really have an answer. Some places did say all-star linking, kind of to spice up certain areas. And I think he said they leave certain rooms like America Link on there. So just for anybody listening on 3104 and didn't catch the end of that, I think hopefully I summarized that up for you, Carlton. Really, very well there. All right, very good there, Carlton. Thank you very much. All right, moving on down the list at W2KDC. Dennis, how's your week?
Oh, hi, Frank, and everyone on the net. I had a good week this week. Traded cars. I had to drive down to Pennsylvania to Lancaster to get the car. Local dealer here in Dansville had the exact same car with 4,000 more miles on it, but wanted 2,000 more dollars for it, and they didn't care. If I wanted to go to Lancaster, Pennsylvania and buy the car, I should do it. So I did. Um, so it was a good week. And then this weekend, spent most of the time working with my wife canning peaches. Um, can't say it's my favorite activity, but it gave us together time. So that was my week. As Let me catch a quick timeout here. As far as the net topic, the only suggestion I have is maybe adding something like the East Coast reflector uh, for part of the time on the repeater, if it's not already being done through part of the repeater network. The Clara Net, our local club, had the East Coast reflector connected for a while, and then we had some problems with one of the repeaters and haven't gotten that resolved yet. So East Coast Reflector is currently not available through us, but that would be another idea. That's the extent of what I've got. Wishing everybody a 73. Have a great evening and a great week next week, and we'll talk to you then. Back to you, Frank. W2KDC.
Hey, thanks, there, Dennis. And yeah, sounds like you had a good week there. I got a deal on a car, and I got to spend some time with the wife. So, all right, very good there. All right, next on my list is N3OJP. Mick, how was your week? Nothing heard on my end there. I think Mick. Oh no, he did coming through net longer. So we'll give it one more go there. See if Mick's still around. N3OJP. Mick, how was your week? Okay, we'll circle back to Mick there. Maybe he's having some technical difficulties at the moment here. So, all right. Next on my list is N2NCB. Paul, how was your week?
Hello again, Frank and all into NCB here. Week wasn't bad. Uh, we had to get up real early one day last week, a lot earlier than normal, but everything worked out. But uh, ah, reminded me of the days when I've had to work, you know. But overall, week was good. We got some yard work done. We got some supplies for the yard work, and did that yesterday. And we needed some more supplies, so uh, went and got those yesterday afternoon, and then finished that project up today. And it was nice because it was kind of cool. There was a little breeze, uh, which was good. And as far as the repeaters go, I think something like that, making contacts every day and racking up the score, uh, sounds like a good idea. Uh, Other things maybe would probably require money on the repeater people's part, and that may not happen. You know, uh, seems like there was something else, but no, it can't be important. So I'll turn it back to you, Frank. Take care, all. Into NCB.
Hey, very good there, Paul. And yeah, sounds like you're wrapping some things up there. I was gonna have my topic. I was thinking, projects to wrap up before the cooler weather hits. But glad you're already getting out there and finishing up those yard projects. So very good there. And yes, as many of you know, I've pushed before about trying to have a digital voice repeater in the air. There is a lot of analog repeaters locally. However, I know there's a lot of time, money, and commitment in them, and a lot of repeater owners don't want to change things up. So I was looking for, hey, let's get the analog repeaters that are out there. Let's get more use out of them because I know basically two repeaters on the broom side, and I think one or two over in the schmung side seem to get a lot of use. But the other ones just kind of sit idly by sometimes. So that was kind of my motivation. Kind of hit the nail on the head that a lot of times they don't want to invest more money or things like that to go into All Star or to this or that, and some of it's not too much money, but yeah. So yeah, I just thought that would be a fun project, get more people on the air locally. Even just with analog, getting more hams, just talking to each other and seeing what other repeaters are out there. So, all right, this is W2FJH with the STNY Digital Voice Net. Before I get to my next station, let's take a quick standby for any additional stations out there that would like to check in this evening. Please call now.
And to RWH. 30JP, recheck.
All right, and we do have N2RWH Ed checking in, and I see N3OJP Mick is coming back in. Because there was a double there, let me give another quick standby to see if there was another station that was trying to break in there. Please call now.
N3DQD.
All right, we also have N3DQD. See, I thought there might have been somebody else trying to get in there. All right, let's circle back up to the top there to go to N3OJP. Mick, how was your week?
Thanks again, Frank. Not sure what happened there earlier. Uh, yeah, I had surgery on Friday. I had hernia surgery. So, of course, they shoved a tube down my throat for breathing. So that's gonna. I can't talk too long without losing it here. Yeah, it's all popped up, as they say, late August. So I figured let's just get it done. So yeah, that was on Friday. Poked a couple holes in me and put in the mesh, and I guess the most uncomfortable thing is this 9-inch elastic belt that I gotta wear for 2 weeks. But hey, if that's the worst, I can deal with that. And there is some pain. Anyway, as far as repeaters, there's two here in the county, Beaver County. The one club, a lot of descents. Not sure what's causing it. It pops up periodically. And that repeater is it's only used once a week for the club net. The other one does get used. There's a couple nets and there's some activity during the day. It'll probably pick up as we get into the cooler months. You know, because we do some training and some other activities on the repeater. It's also going to be moved to a tower that is being accommodated to us by Beaver County. So that'll give it, it'll be a much higher, and it'll help out as far as, people reaching into the repeater with handhelds primarily. So that's the latest on the repeaters, and I'm going to go take it easy. Back to you, Frank. W2FJH and 30JP.
Hey, well, thanks for checking in there, Mick. And yeah, definitely, you get your rest and you feel better after all that. Hoping a speedy recovery for you there. So, all right. Next on my list is N2NRA. How was your week?
This is N2NRA Cliff in Waverly, along the southern tier between Elmira and Owego. Very busy week. Sorry to hear about Mick's hernia operation. I had one about a decade ago, and this seems to work. So I guess he'll have to stop wrestling around so much there. But went to Cooperstown with N2QFD and his wife and my wife today, and so I think Mel won't be on. He's probably exhausted from the trip. He drove up and back. Let me take a break here. So yesterday, N2QFD and myself helped a ham, KC3DOW. He had heart surgery and needs a coax cable hooked up and some guide wires to his antennas. So we fixed him up there and had a nice visit with him and his wife down in Gillette, PA. And we're going to be visiting, I think, on Thursday at the 18th, 3 to 7. There's going to be a special event, and we'll check out the ham club down there in Towanda. And and Mel and his friends have been doing slow scan TV on Fridays, 8 p.m. Through the repeater at 147.36 in Elmira. And Scott, I got a part for you from Mel. So we get together, I could give you that part there to help you out with the slow scan, I guess it is. This is N2NRA back in net control.
Hey, very good there, Cliff. And yeah, actually, speaking of more utilization on stuff too, I do hear you and N2QFD chatting back and forth there. Usually, I'm in a meeting or something. I'll have my radio turned down, but I hear the beeps, and I'm like, oh, they're talking again. So every now and then, maybe one of these days, I won't be in a meeting, and I'll be able to join you guys or at least say hi but I do hear you every now and then. Like on a Wednesday or a Thursday, you guys are actually talking on the Southern Tier talk group here. So very good there. So. All right, we did have K3AJN Anna. She was checked in and out this evening. So thanks again for stopping by there, Anna. And next on my list is KC3 Whiskey Victor X-Rays. Scott, how was your week?
This is KC3WVX. Oh, it was pretty good. As N2NRA said, we were doing some slow skiing TV over 2 meters. That I had to MacGyver it, but it worked pretty well. My input in from my radio to my laptop was through an HT with an audio cable plugged into a external mic into my sound card. And then to transmit, I was using my dual band radio, which has more power, and I simply held the mic over top the laptop speaker and keyed the mic up as it was transmitting. It worked well. It was just a bit funny, but let me let this drop. Last night I got on HF, first time in a while. Made some POTA contacts, couple contacts for the Route 66 thing that's going on. And made a slow scan TV contact. That was pretty well. The pictures came through pretty good. And N2NRA, I'll have to get a hold of you after the net here. I can give you my phone number. You can send me a text or something if you want. This is KC3WVX, back to the net.
Hey, very good there, Scott. And yeah, you and Mel, N2QP might have to let me know if you guys are doing something over 2 meter. If you're doing it through a repeater, I might be able to hear you. I'm not sure if I'd be able to get to you radio to radio, but yeah, I might be an excuse for me to actually start hooking up this digi rig I've had for a while now, and I just haven't had time to experiment with it and hook things up or anything. But yeah, definitely let me know next time you guys are doing slow scan TV. I might, if I'm free, I'll try to get it figured out and see if I could also receive what you guys are sending out there. So, and I like the way that you had to just set up the dual band radio and hold it up to the computer speakers there. That's hey, if it works, it works, right? So, all right. Next on my list was NE2W. Ed, thanks for stopping by this evening and safe travel along your way there. And we also had KE2FFE John. He is in the Google Meet, so we'll bypass him right now too. Thanks for stopping by, John. And N2RWH Ed, how was your week?
N2RWH, not bad. Say hello to everybody on the net. Kind of a late check-in today. I almost forgot about the net, kind of. So, other than that, can't complain. I had a decent week, so, and definitely enjoying the weather. And looks like this next week's another good week. So, turn it back to you, Frank, and have a good evening. And to RWH.
Hey, thanks, Ed, and I do apologize. I didn't reiterate the net topic this evening, especially for anybody who joined a little bit late. But the net topic was any ideas for underutilized local repeaters. Just a thought that I had was if we made a repeater month, say the month of February. It's winter. It's a short month. Not much usually going on in February. It's after Winter Field Day. Where the goal is to put your call sign out on at least 2 repeaters a day and listen for 15 minutes. Local clubs could record and award points for making the goal each day. Obviously, this would be based off of the honor system, and maybe award extra points for non-popular repeaters. But I'll send it back over to you there, Ed, just in case you had any ideas that maybe you had or thought about how to use some of these underutilized local repeaters.
and to RWH. Really no idea here. Actually, sounds like a good idea. Um, to kind of do that because I know there is a few in Broome County that a lot of people don't use other than the common two that we have. So nothing that I can think of. So turn it back to you.
Okay, very good there, Ed. And yeah, as Carlton mentioned, it's kind of been a long ongoing problem. Not not only just in the southern tier, but all over. The people say that, hey, we got all these analog repeaters, but nobody's ever on the repeaters. So, but yeah, it was just a thought of mine, and I know a few people have also said, trying to put them on. If you missed the first part of this, net, we had some people were saying that maybe some all-star linking with other popular rooms such as America Link. There was also mention of the East Coast Reflector, potentially trying to be put onto there to encourage more activity. All right, very good there. All right, next on my list is N3DQD. Ray, how was your week?
Yeah, W2FJH, and then this is N3DQD. Well, I had a good week. Nothing outstanding, but on Friday, Anna and I did a Lions Club fundraiser, and that worked out real well. We also had our monthly Lions Club meeting this past week, so that was a good thing. Yeah, somebody must have stolen my thunder because I was going to mention something about periodically connecting the repeater up to one of the conference servers like East Coast Reflector, 11 Cats, or there's numerous other ones too. But what it would do would be to broaden the horizons of even techs who can't get on HF except for 10 meters. And it might stimulate interest in just seeing who's out there and making new friends. I know we check in, we have a node, so we go on a lot of the conference servers and nets throughout the week. And I know it certainly has perked Anna's interest a whole lot. She doesn't want to miss one, and we out. So she doesn't want to miss them when she's not here either. But just putting the repeaters on some of those conferences, I think, would be a good idea. Back to net. This is N3DQD.
Hey, very good there, Ray. And yeah, glad you got some of the Lions Club fundraiser going on, and you had your monthly meeting there. I know you guys are very active with the Lions Club, so thanks again. So, all right, and yeah, definitely East Coast Reflector, America Link, even as we're talking on here, talking on Brandmeister. There is the 3100. That's the USA wide talk group, and oh, there's another one I was going to mention, but I can't. I lost it there. So, but yes, there are numerous very popular talk groups and or different reflectors that could definitely encourage more activity for people to jump on or even just to listen. I know some people just enjoy listening to it while they have a 10, 15 minutes of free time there, and don't really want to get engaged too long in the long queue, so but do want to just listen in and see what people are talking about. So, all right, very good there. All right, this is W2FJH with the STNY Digital VoiceNet. I have reached the end of my list. So let's see if there's any additional stations out there that would like to check in this evening. Please call now. All right, nothing heard there, so let's open it up for any additional stations or any stations that have checked in with additional comments, questions, or concerns. Please call now.
This is Kilo Charlie 3, Whiskey Victor X-Ray.
Yeah, KC3, Whiskey Victor X-Ray. Scott, fire away with your question there, or your comments.
What I wanted to say was there's a repeater here at Round Top. It's used a lot for fusion, but I never hear any analog traffic on it, hardly ever. I get on it every now and then and just call that I'm standing by, and I don't know if everyone just locks into the digital side of it and they don't catch the analog side. I don't know, but I don't hear much analog traffic on it.
Okay, I do know as part of the Southern Tier Fusion Network, I believe a lot of the repeaters are set up that if you come in through digital, it will be linked with the other digital nodes, and it will come out all of the repeaters. However, if you come in through analog, it will only rebroadcast off of that repeater, and I hope most people I can't remember the term for it, but it was the automatic, whether it's automatic digital or analog, usually on the Yaesu products. If you have that on and not just digital only mode, hopefully if anybody was listening, that you would be coming through with analog. Um, but I know some folks on here might know more than me about the System Fusion Network. So if anybody else has had any experience with using analog off of those repeaters, please call now. Okay, nothing's heard there. I was thinking of Ed, and I didn't know if anybody else, but I remember that Ed was traveling and he was in and out this evening. So, well, Ed and E2W. But yeah, I haven't tried it myself. I've only kind of went in through digital, so hopefully I answered your question there, Scott, and give it more tries and see if anybody else in the area is actually listening for analog off of those repeaters. So I'll hand it back over to you there, Scott. Oh, nothing heard on my end. I'll give another go there for KC3 Whiskey Victor X-Ray. Hand it back to you there, Scott. All right, nothing heard on mine again. So hopefully that was okay for Scott, and maybe he's just having some problems getting out to the network right now. So, all right, again, any additional stations or any stations that have checked in with additional comments, questions, or concerns, please call now.
This is Kilo Charlie 3 Whiskey Victor X-Ray calling N2NRA.
Okay, hello, Scott. This is Cliff. And do you have information for me about the part that Mel wants you to have?
Sure. I'll give you my cell phone number and then we can get together. I'm off tonight. I go back to work tomorrow night. I don't know how late you stay up. Maybe I could meet you somewhere here quick and pick that up or something tonight. Let me know when you're ready to write my number down.
Hey, W2FJ8 with the STNY Digital Voice. And sorry to interrupt you guys there. I was just about to close the net, so let me just do that and then let you guys get back to it there. So I'd like to thank Carlton, Dennis, Mick, Paul, Cliff, Anna, Scott, Ed, John, Ed K, and Ed F, and additionally Ray for joining me this evening. We'll be returning this talk group back to normal amateur radio use. Everybody have a great and safe week there. This is W2FJ8, and I'll be listening.